Hello everybody, welcome to a new video of JMSpeedshop. Today we have this very nice Mercedes CL500 from 2001. This is a W215 model. They were built between 1999 and 2006. So what are we going to do? Going to show you around the car like always. Show you the interior and do a little test drive. So these models were pretty expensive to build for Mercedes. It tend to be that they didn't make any profit on this model because it's just a very expensive car. So we got very nice coupe look windows. I put them down because it looks very nice, I think. So a door without a window, very different hinge. So you get what it does is it gives you, just by opening it a little bit, a very large step into the car. So that's pretty easy. So they were standard delivered electrical windows like this, electrical seats, memory seats and heated seats. This one is also cooled seats. That was an option also on this model. A lot was standard, but that was an option. So yeah, fully leather interior is also standard. If you put the seat forward, it will electrical move also to the front. So it's a 4-seater, so 2 seats in the back. This other seat is a little bit much to the back, but there is normally pretty much enough space in the back to sit there. So cup holders in here. The compartment in here is the first aid kit, of course. Not a compartment. So it's still a practical car for a big coupe like this. Back to the position it was. Very nice Mercedes trimming. Also in here a lot of baggage compartment. Also a cooled compartment. Another one on top. So yeah, this car has done 55,000 kilometers. Also full with air conditioning. These cars were delivered also with ABC suspension, sport suspension. I will tell about that a little bit more later. So there's a roller curtain in the back also. Yeah, just a very cool car. Wood trimming was also standard in these cars. So this one is delivered on 19-inch wheels. These are not the standard wheels on this car. I think these were for a later model. I thought these were on 2006 AMG models. So it's an AMG style wheel. But 275 in the back, pretty wide. Also the badging on this car, CL500, is not standard. So pretty big trunk, 450 liters with a CT changer in here. Pretty clean. It is a soft close system, as you can see. So you don't have to slam it. So on this side, pretty clean. So electrical mirrors and electrical mirrors, electrical seats, also the memory on this side too. Yeah, very clean. So let's show you under the hood. So about the engine, M113 V8. So it's a 5-liter V8, overhead cam per side, so not a double overhead cam, so it's a single overhead cam. 3 valves per cylinder, 2 intake, 1 exhaust valve. So it's a low RPM, high torque engine. So it delivers a high torque in lower RPMs. So 306 horsepower and 480 Newton meters. So yeah, very reliable engines. The only thing that these engines can have, and they have a little bit higher mileage, is leaking head gaskets. That's the only thing that's familiar to me. Otherwise they are really reliable, also on higher mileage, also on LPG gas. It's also pretty popular here in Europe. So yeah, just a very nice car. The engine bay is pretty clean. No weird leaks or anything. I didn't see anything what catches my mind. So yeah, very nice. So let's have a test drive in the CL500. Sounds very nice. My seat a little bit lower. Electrical seats, of course. So this is a 2001 car, W215 model, like I said. So they've been built between 1999 and 2006. There was no facelift version, so the body stayed the same in those years. The only thing that changed was the engines and the transmissions. So for example, in 2004 you got a 7-speed transmission, and the first versions tend to be not that good. So personally I like this 5-speed transmission very much because it's a very strong transmission. And if you look to the V12 versions, they only had 5-speed transmission because it's just they were stronger at that time than the 7-speeds were. So CL500, the badging is CL55 compressor, but that's from a model that's only that was produced from 2002. So it's just a badging. It's still just a CL500. So very comfortable car, very big coupe. It has have a 5-liter V8, like I said, 306 horsepower, 460 Newton meters. So it's still a very drivable car. It does 0 to 100 in 6.5 seconds, so that's still pretty good. It is limited to 250 kilometers an hour. So yeah, what is pretty special about this car is that what Johan Over just told me, that Mercedes never had got any profit on this car because it was a really expensive car to build. It's also really different and weird body, I think. Not in the looks, but there are a lot of materials used in this car. For example, the chassis is just steel, of course. The A styles are also steel on the outer side, and so the inner chassis is steel. But on the outside of the car, for example, the hood, the roof and the doors and the rear panels to the rear is all aluminium, and the inside of the doors is magnesium. The rear trunk and the front fenders are plastic. It's some kind of polyamide. It's an unreinforced plastic. So if you have a little accident, if somebody drives to your bumper or to your through your front wheel arches, then it can be coming back into its form. So it will not break right away. So due to that weird kind of materials, if there is any weird big damage to this car, they were really hard to repair and very expensive to repair. So but also is a thing in these cars that a little bit temperature down, that they had standard ABC suspension, so that's active body control suspension. On cars with much more higher mileage, they tend to be a little bit maintenance unfriendly. So it's an hydraulic suspension, very high pressure. So what does it do? When you put the ABC suspension on, you feel right away that the suspension is getting harder. So what it does, when you go into a corner, for example you go to the right corner, it keeps the car on the left side, it pushes more pressure to keep it level. So it's a very sportive driving car. So what it also does is when you're going to higher speeds, so in between 60 and 160 kilometers, it will lower the car for better aerodynamics and better fuel economy, and that's also a thing that it does. So yeah, that's standard on the CL models, the W215, and on the S AMG models. I thought it was also standard on the V12 models, but I'm not sure about that. But in the CL and the S AMG models, for sure it was standard. So a lot in this car was standard, like leather interior, the roof, the electrical seats, everything, and also the heating is standard. The cooling was an option, so this is also an option. So yeah, it's just a fully loaded car. So this particular model has only done 55,000 kilometers. So on this car there are no problems with the suspension, but there can be problems with leveling and that sort of stuff. So yeah. just a very luxurious car. So also we got a little bit tinted windows in the back and also the rear window. So I think that is also aftermarket. It sounds also pretty good. It has a little bit more sound than an original 500 would have in this time, because they were pretty quiet still these days. Later models have a lot more noise, but yeah. So it weighs 1790 kilograms, this car, so that's I think is pretty light for a CL500. So for comparison, if you look to the W215 CL500 that was built up to 1999, that car weighed 2040 kilos. So that's 250 kilos heavier than this car is. So yeah, that says a lot. I think it has a lot to do with the materials in this car. That's why I think it's a little bit lighter. So this car should do an acceleration from around 6.5 seconds from 0 to 100. So for a 1790 kilo car, 306 horsepower, 460 Newton meters, I think that is around the number you would expect. So I got it in, going to do it just in automatic mode. You can shift Tiptronic, we're not going to do that. I got traction control just on, and sport suspension is also on. So let's see what it does. Braking is also very good. Yeah, really nice. Going really smooth. So hope you like this video about this W215 model CL500. Very nice car. It drives very good. Also the ABC suspension, you can really feel it when you put it on. The car is getting instantly stiffer, and it gives you very good handling. And yeah, really nice. It drives very good handling, and still for the 306 horsepower, it's still fast enough for a daily, I think, for me. So you need a fast car for in the weekend, a V12 or something. But yeah, very nice car, very comfortable. Still room enough in the back. I tried also to step in the back with my seat position, and I could sit there pretty easily. So it's still a car with enough room to fit 4 people in. So it's not just a rear seat for show. You can really sit there. So that's a very good thing. So if you want more information about this particular model, have a look down below in the description. This car is for sale at JB Over. There's also a link to his website, and I put a link there to this advert of this particular car. So if you want more information, just ask, and I put some information also down below in the description. So in the right corner is a button, you can click on it. You can subscribe to my YouTube page for more nice videos about these kinds of cars and reviews, also for projects. At the moment I'm busy with V12 and 190, so have a look there. There's a nice playlist of it. And in the end of this video we will pop up some videos here and there. You can also click on those to view them. So hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.